We Are All the Same, a story of a boy's courage and mother's love by Jim Wooten, told in the perspective of Ruth Khumalo. I was born in 1950 in Zululand during apartheid. During apartheid, there was a new tax put in place where all the men had to leave to work for cash. When they left their family values behind as well. Us women continued to reproduce, with the random men who would come back periodically. I had 3 pregnancies by the time I was 19. Daphne was my third child who is said to follow in my footsteps. She had her first daughter at age 16 named Mbali Nkosi, and she had her first son at age 19, Zolani Nkosi. They had the same last name, yet different fathers, which showed their family unity. Zolani Nkosi's dad remained unknown, yet made his presence very well known when he gave HIV to Daphne and Zolani Nkosi. Nkosi was born small and he could not gain weight. He had HIV/AIDS. We lived in squatters' camps. This was packed with malnutrition. We slept on straw mattresses, lived in cardboard box houses, and had no access to clean water. I cared for Mbali and Nkosi while Daphne was off finding work. Nkosi was very sick, and I could tell Daphne was too. One day, Daphne packed her belongings in a cardboard suitcase and went to Johannesburg, the city of gold, to try to search for money. She left the children behind with me. While she was in Johannesburg, she went to an AIDS center where she met Gail Johnson. Gail Johnson runs the guest house for white men with AIDS. She was very compassionate and saw my Daphne getting sick. Daphne begged that Gail take care of Nkosi. Gail offered to help Nkosi and give him a sanitary environment and medical treatment. Daphne and Bali and I would visit Gail's home in Johannesburg periodically. Nkosi had his own room filled with stuffed animals and he loved it. As Daphne grew weaker, I would take care of her. Daphne died at age 26. Nkosi was 3 when this happened, which is longer than most babies born with HIV. Nkosi was sad and scared. When I went one time to visit him, I realized that Nkosi was not aware of his roots or how much his family loved him. After Daphne died, Gail adopted Nkosi, renaming him Zolani Nkosi Johnson. I could not help Nkosi in the way that Gail could. She provided him sanitation, nutrition, and medication. Miss Johnson filed one day for Nkosi to go to public school. The public school was not happy with this and raised concern when Gail notified of Nkosi's AIDS. This became world news. Nkosi and Gail tried to fight against not allowing kids with AIDS into public schools. Nkosi became well known and made speeches, gave radio interviews, and even appeared on TV. Gail got Nkosi into school, and the laws were changed to help other kids able to get into school who were diagnosed with AIDS. Nkosi died at age 12. His body weighed 20 pounds at the time of his death. His casket was taken into my house for an informal funeral with many people from South Africa who attended. While we were at the funeral, me and Mbali got time to say our goodbyes to Nkosi. I spoke these words. Today is the end of Nkosi's journey, but I want to humbly thank the white lady Gail Johnson who was led by God.